It's a way how I get the contact that I'm missing with my country. Playing that music, for me, when I'm playing that music, it's like I am there. Actually, I transportate myself. So that's because when I play, I don't realize, that I'm here. I'm just imagine that I am actually living in my country and sharing with the people, same thing. We were there having fun, dancing, and just being pretty alive.
In Venezuela, you got salsa blaring out of the radio. You had salsa everywhere. So you kind of lived, that was the norm. You try to go for something different for work. When you come here to Canada, you don't hear it again. You say, what happened?
When I arrived in Canada, it was a very hard day. I left years of love, I left smiles of friendship, and I left my mother country. When I arrived in Canada, I brought with me the faith I would be returning and the faith that I would help. When I arrived in Canada, everything changed. You have to start all over again, you have to learn to understand and to be understood. I left because of my sons. I only have 2 sons, and I was thinking about my older son. I know that if we stay there, my older son would be in danger, and that I would also be in some danger because of the war in my country.
My life was jeopardized, so the only choice I had was or stay there fighting or get out of the country. I took for the second choice because I didn't want to. I don't like violence, so I thought I better just get out. That's the main reason.
One does not have to be directly involved in politics to be persecuted. If one has friends that are involved, then by association one is guilty and can be taken away and persecuted. In fact, that is how thousands of people have been killed in Guatemala. I have a friend who was a student leader. He was involved with an organization that was critical of the government. My friend was kidnapped, and it was only afterwards that we learned that he had been killed. Because of him, the soldiers started looking for me.
My family moved here because there was an oppressive regime in Venezuela. It was dangerous for my father there. So we came to Canada.
I came to Canada because love. I married a Canadian, and unfortunately, or I don't know, I mean, this is life. We are divorced now, but I have a beautiful baby girl, Emily, and a boy, Milton.
I just came blind when I was 17 years old, what means 10 years ago. In that time, I didn't profess to be a musician. I was actually inclined to be a doctor. And for destiny, I changed my mind and grabbed my guitar.
These musicians play in a group called Cumbia. Together, we wrote and produced a play about their experiences and their music. This program, with scenes from the play, shows the development and transformation of those stories. We started with words that describe what it means to be a man forced into crossing borders. In one dictionary, it said that to be a man meant to be a soldier. It was equated, man to soldier. And then suddenly it hit me that that was really the one thing that was a very deep thing, and that was the difference between men and women, is that in many, many cultures, men go to war.
Our play grew from our own stories and those of other men in our area that we interviewed.
I left because of the critical situation we were living in El Salvador, and because of the killing of my father, which was a very difficult experience for me. Also the persecution of my family, and because I was in prison. They tortured me for 15 days. They put weights on my feet. They interrogated me for 3 days, question after question. I was interrogated by 10 different people.
pregunta tras pregunta de diferentes personas.
I heard the men they were talking about how in some Central American countries the young men are kidnapped to go into the army. They go into the countryside and they take young peasant boys and they kidnap them. And I said, what does it mean, kidnap? You know, show me. And then they took a rope that was lying there in the studio, and they showed me this horrible scene of kidnapping, roping a boy that's 15 and 16, taking them to the quarters.
René's paintings express his hatred of the violence in his country.
La palabra es poder.
The word is power. The images are powerful. Through my paintings, I want to scream. A scream of protest, which is the scream of the Honduran people. Through my paintings, I transmit the reality of my people. This painting is about an anguished mother with her son.
See, I didn't do that.
For 6 months, we trained hard in many disciplines.
And get that note. Bam!
I played the central character we developed called Chepe. He, like me, crossed the border illegally into Mexico and then into the States, where he stayed in men's hostels.
Back it out, man! You go back to your country, stupid!
What now?
I cannot sleep there. Can I sit here?
Oh, go ahead.
Nice guitar.
Go ahead. Play a song.
Soy carbonero que vengo de las cumbres del volcán, con mi carboncito negro que vierte lumbre de amor.
Wow, that was beautiful. It sounded like a lullaby. Is that from Mexico? You're from Mexico, right?
You're a good man. I tell you the truth. I'm not from Mexico. I'm from El Salvador, but I cannot go back.
Oh, so you're an illegal.
Yeah, but I cannot go back there. They kill me there.
You know, you should go to Canada.
Canada?
Okay, let's start with your name and where
Randall, an architect from Guatemala, was another man who shared his story with us.
The situation in Guatemala when I left had deteriorated to a point where professional practice was nearly impossible. I was at the point in my life where all my friends would have begun to be my clients, the people I grew up with. They were professionals themselves, and they had come to the point where they could build their houses or require my services. And they were either disappeared or in the process of disappearing themselves. It was a situation where you could not stay because you would be condoning what was happening. And the only other alternative was to go to the mountain and join the struggle or go away.
How do you feel about the obstacles for professionals like yourself coming to Canada?
I believe that the first obstacle was through immigration. They don't seem to have any contact at all with the universities in Latin America. So they assume that your professional qualifications are not valid, and you are basically defrocked as you go through the immigration process.
Can I help you?
Yes, I would like to apply for immigrating into Canada, please.
What are your qualifications?
I am a physician, I speak fluent English, and I have all these diplomas, see? I have a bachelor's from University of Buenos Aires, master's from University of Madrid,
a PhD from University of Barcelona, and I specialize in orthopedic surgery from the University of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Are those accredited universities?
Sir, they're very good universities, and furthermore, I have 15 years experience at the teaching University of Buenos Aires.
Do you speak French?
No, but I speak fluent English, Portuguese, and Spanish.
I'm sorry, Canada doesn't need doctors right now. Thank you very much for your interest in Canada. Have a good day.
Can you see him right now?
A millionaire? Oh, yes, of course. Bring him in.
Yeah, Mr. Pericaso would like to become a resident of Canada. He has heard that it's a very nice and quiet country and he needs a rest. He would also like to invest some of his money.
What kind of investment would Mr. Pericaso make?
Big shopping mall.
He's gonna build the biggest shopping mall in North America.
We need that.
Edmonton Mall is garbage.
Yes. Anything else?
He's gonna build deluxe condominiums.
I build a house for rich people like me.
Mr. Pericaso would, and this is his dream, build a huge amusement park where everybody can be happy. That's gonna be called Pericaso Land. You can have that instead of